PonyFans.com here with quarterback J.J. McDermott. And for starters, let's go back. January, surgery on your back. What was the injury and what did they do to your back?
I had a herniated disc, lower back, so they just went in there and fixed it up. It's not a tough surgery, but just pluck it out.
So was that just cleaning out the extra edges of the disc, or were they literally moving it back into place?
Your disc is filled with some fluid stuff, and so I had a little bit coming out, and they just go in and pluck the excess stuff out, so it's not hitting any nerves or anything.
And was that an injury that came on over time, or do you remember a specific shot to the back or a specific game or practice where you twisted it or something and you could feel it working its way out of place?
Not really. From what I've heard, it's pretty much genetics, so if it wasn't one thing, it'd be the next, so just kind of bad luck, I guess.
You didn't work out with the rest of the guys all spring. How much working out were you able to do on your own in terms of rehab, and where are you physically now in terms of where you'd like to be in spring ball?
I was able to, I wasn't really able to do any lifting weights, or put any load the spine at all, so I was pretty much limited to running on the treadmill and walking. I could swim, so I did a lot of swimming. That was about the extent of my upper body workouts.
Coach Jones said you've lost some weight since last year. How much are you down? Was it by design, or was it just a result of not lifting?
I think it's probably just a result of not lifting, but who knows, maybe 5 pounds or something. I don't think it's anything significant. I probably just look kind of wimpy.
Now, your first day out last week, you threw a little at the beginning of practice, and then you sort of stood on the side and watched a little, and it looks like you've been picking up your load more and more. How does the back feel now? Do you have any soreness? Do you have any pain when you run or throw?
It feels all right now. It gets kind of tight, especially in the mornings, so I just go in and try and warm it up for practice. But last week I think it's probably going to be the toughest practice that it could be on it, because you're throwing so much on air, kind of rapid fire. So I think from here on in we'll be in pretty good shape.
Have you and the coaches and the training staff limited what you're going to be able to do at all this spring, or are you going to do everything that all the other quarterbacks are doing?
Well, kind of goes back to last week when we're throwing all the time. They kind of wanted me to take it easy then, but now that we're not throwing so much on air, rapid fire, how practice goes. So now that we're doing a lot more team stuff, the reps aren't as bad. So I think from here on out I'll be okay. I'll do what everybody else does.
Now, obviously you don't hit a lot in these practices, but the simple act of throwing the football does involve twisting and turning of your back. Have you seen any difference in velocity, in accuracy, in the distance you can get on your passes? Does it affect your throwing at all?
Probably. I don't think the arm strength's where it is like it was before. Like you said, it involves a lot of twisting and turning, and I haven't worked out or anything, so I think muscles are kind of weak and fatigued, but I'm sure I'll get it back pretty soon.
But in terms of the injury itself, if you had a game to play tomorrow, could you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be good to go.